Hello, Els.
Hi, Paula. Wonderful to see you.
Yeah, you too, you too. Today, we're going to be discussing Guideline 5. We respect ourselves and each other as unique. We recognize that each person's process is important, not our judgment of it. And breaking this into two parts, the first part being we respect ourselves and each other as unique. In your book, Els, you explain we're all one. In appearance, oneness has many different forms. This means that everyone has their own specific appearance and they also walk their own specific path in life. When this guideline speaks of uniqueness, is it pointing to the idea that we each look different, we choose differently, and process our experiences in our own way? That's my question to you.
Yes, yes. Well, it must be that way because oneness is just all one, and oneness has no exceptions. So uniqueness points to exceptions, you could say. It points to form, to appearance, and oneness just looks beyond that, and it just sees essence.
Yeah,
It just lives as and in essence.
yeah,
So this all this uniqueness is lovely, of course, because um, when we can accept our uniqueness, not as that is how it should be for everyone, but when we can accept our uniqueness, we say we can accept our the way we laugh, for example, or the way we talk, or the way we appear, how
mm,
we express ourselves. When we could accept that, when we could say yes to our uniqueness, and knowing that in essence we all are all one, that would be lovely, wouldn't it?
yes. Yeah, exactly. So it's all about the inside. We're all the same on the inside, but the outside, yeah. And yeah, and that brings me to the next question. If we truly honor this uniqueness, knowing that we're all, on the right path, at the right time in our lives, and if not, only we can determine this. How does it change the way we relate to others?
Yes, well, my idea is to ask you, what do you think how it would change?
Yeah. Yeah, just by understanding that I'm in the right place now in my life, it helps me to see that in others, to understand that others are on their right path, and um, they're the only ones that can determine this. And it's if it's right or wrong, if the path that they're on is right or wrong, it's not up to me to determine that.
Yes, and probably all these judgments would
Mm.
disappear. You would even
Yes.
think that there would be a right or wrong path to go. It's just a path, and how does it look like? Well, here it is.
Mm.
And what's your experience? And when you say, well, I have a wonderful experience, you just go on. But when you think it stinks or it isn't comfortable, then maybe you are willing to make another choice or take another path.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's up to the one who is walking the path,
yeah,
because
yeah.
that's the only one who knows what's needed on that moment in time for this person.
Yes, yeah, yeah. And it's not up to us to make, to judge that. So,
Well, we can judge it, but it's not upon us. We even can't because we don't know anything about the person. It's not possible even. Why would we try?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and well, part two of this guideline is we recognize that each person's process is important, not our judgment of it. So just what we're talking about. Um, and you say to trust that everyone knows themselves better than anyone else. And when you do that, when you do trust, you'll trust yourself. So what do you suggest to someone who doesn't trust the actions of another person or people? How does this tie into trusting ourselves?
Now, I would also always ask that person, can you be sure that you were right about what you think about that person? Can you be sure? Absolutely sure. And I never can find the answer, yes, I can be sure. So. uh, not trusting is mostly not agreeing,
Yes. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's not agreeing with what is going on there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
nobody asks of you to agree, or it's not up to you to agree
Yeah.
with what other people are doing. So they are doing what they are doing, and it's their freedom to do it.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's not that anyone has to ask you if you are okay with it. Does it? So it's arrogance to think that you have to agree.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. So yeah, so you let go of your own expectations and you won't end up being disappointed. Maybe.
And not agreeing with what others do and not agreeing with what you do yourself,
Yeah.
that gives trouble in you, that gives
Yeah.
unrest. So you do something and you better can agree with what you do and then make the decision to do it again or never do it again.
Yeah.
But I agree with what I have done already. That gives peace. And then
Yeah.
you can ask me, was it clever? And I can say, not so clever. Was it wise? No, not so wise. Was it stupid? Yeah, maybe it was stupid. But I did it. I agree with it that I did it because it's over. It's gone. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. 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 Els, so if I was in your group and I come out with this statement, I don't know what to do or what choice to make. You've sort of said that it's not our role, or none of our business to step in with any answers to that kind of statement, since each person has their own process. So, how do you respond in a way that honors their process without taking it over?
I would say I can really understand that you don't know. I really can understand that. So, but if you would fantasize about what's best for you, what would it be?
Yeah.
Or you could say, imagine you would not be afraid and you wouldn't take anything or anyone into account. What would be the best thing for you to do now? And I don't
Yeah.
say you have to do it, but what would be the best thing? And mostly, I never met people who didn't know an answer to one of these questions. They
Yes.
mostly
Yeah.
have an answer. And
Yeah.
and maybe they say it and then they say, and I'm too afraid to act on what I say now. That's okay. But you know what your wish is inside. You know where your heart uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
gets
I like
comfort
that.
from. And
Yeah, so fantasize or imagine. Els, you encourage us to value and trust our own inner guidance and to respect that others have their own guidance too. How can we tell the difference between the voice of our inner guidance and the voice of the ego?
in fact, that's a very simple way to find out. That's the voice of inner guidance. When this voice speaks, you will always feel inner peace. Even if in a difficult situation, you will just feel inner peace. And if not,
It's the
then
ego.
another one is talking. It's the
Yeah.
ego. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. I like that one. That's it. Yeah.
When you talk about that, you could ask people in a group, can you remember a situation where you
Yes.
made a decision, or where you were in a difficult situation and made a decision and you felt this inner peace, and then you know, oh, that's how I can feel, and
Yeah.
that's what it looks like. One is there's inner guidance and I make a decision, so
Yeah.
there's no fear in it.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. Thank you. You use the Course in Miracles to help us understand that spaciousness opens up when we see a person's essence. It's nice to be reminded that our judgments are only temporary and appearances are always changing. How can we look beyond the judgments and see that which never changes and recognizing the shared essence in ourselves and others?
The work is stopping judging. That's the work. So it's not like when you stop judging, this non-judgmental space opens up to you.
Mm.
It's not like you have to practice to open the space because the space is always open.
Yeah.
So what is the blockage that makes it not possible for you to experience it? And that are the judgments. So the practice is stop judging.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
and how can I stop judging? Well, that's you have to realize that what you think is a judgment.
Mm.
So when
Yeah.
every time you have an idea, you could ask yourself, can I be absolutely sure that the idea I have is true? And when you say no, judgment, 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 stop
Yeah.
judging. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing you have to do is stop judging. And then this spaciousness is just open.
Yes. Yeah. 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 So stop judging and yeah, let go of
That's the
those
work. The work is
things.
stop judging.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You say love all equally and love is not special. Could you explain how labeling something or someone as special separates us and separates us from oneness and pulls us into duality?
Specialness has a goal
Yeah.
that wants something. Specialness wants something. And if you find yourself in the wanting mode, then you know ego is talking.
Yeah.
Love all equally, and love is not special. That is love all equally. That is not that I have to project my love on it. It's in fact not projecting it at all, but
Mm.
just be in the space of love, just be in essence, and that's love. And that doesn't make anything special. It's just
Yeah.
an outpouring um, of what your essence is.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
can't be stopped, and
No.
it isn't focused on something or some person. If you make something special, that's not a crime, you know? But
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
funny thing is, you are in jail right away when you do it in the jail of your wanting and in the jail of your
Yeah.
wishes and in the jail of your trying to grab the situation or the person and to hold it.
Yeah.
And it gives unrest and fear, and you are not getting it at all because, and
Yeah.
maybe when you are getting it, you will lose it. That's
Yes.
how life goes. You get
Yeah.
it and you lose it, so you will not be satisfied.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And you mentioned that in the book too, don't you, about, the specialness, everything's special, like a car, doesn't last forever. Your special car or our
y-
body,
your
if we're
special
treating
wife
it.
doesn't last forever, also.
Uh,
They will go or they will die.
yeah, 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 that's it. Yes. Yeah, so
And
just being.
the funny thing is, of course, we think it will make us happy, when we have that person, or we get that, or they like us, or they love us, or they
Yeah,
appreciate us, we will be happy. We will be happy until they don't, and then we will
yeah,
be unhappy.
yeah,
So
yeah. Oh,
special. Yeah, well,
yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Els, you come up with some questions to help people embody this guideline 5, and I'm just going to read them out now. Number 1, when and or where do you find it difficult to respect and set the other person free? Number 2, do you follow your inner voice? And if not, what keeps you from it? Number 3, when and how do you know you are listening to your inner voice? And fourth one, how do you know that something is your best answer? How do you recognize it?
Yes. Lovely questions to answer and getting to know yourself better.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Especially love that last one. how do you recognize it? I think you've talked about that already.
Yes.
Um, feeling of peace. So
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Paula.
you. See you next
See
time.
you next time. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.